Humans have been looking for extraterrestrial civilization. Some researchers think that we should look at our own planet, because before humans appeared, there may be advanced civilization on Earth. Civilization existed before humans on Earth. It may sound crazy, but there are also many mysterious relics and interesting myths depicting civilizations that have disappeared. Modern humans have existed for about 2.5 million years, and life appeared on Earth 35 billion years ago. This is enough time to carry out the evolution of prehistoric civilization. Not to mention non-human species, such as alien races and aliens. Of course, there is no direct evidence to show the existence of these long-gone civilizations. As time goes by, there is not much evidence that can be preserved in millions of years, or even billions of years. A British science fiction TV series, Dr. Mystery, proposed an interesting idea. It is an alien creature with forest-like skin and crawling animal characteristics. These technically advanced crawling animals have lived on Earth before the first human race. They appeared in the Sarawak period. This was about 300 million years ago. During this period, aliens enter winter or deep sleep due to disastrous events. Until humans become the dominant species on Earth, they begin to awaken. In the long time before humans appeared, if there was a prehistoric civilization, their remains and technology may have been eaten or buried under the geological layer. It is difficult to detect them with our current method. Astronomers Adam Frank and Gavin Schmidt proposed the Sabuan hypothesis in 2018. The hypothesis explored the possibility of prehistoric civilization before modern humans in geological records. They thought that if such a civilization existed, it would need enough fossil fuels to provide fuel for its industrial civilization. This beginning can be traced back to the Stone Age 3.5 billion years ago. Schmidt has been studying distant stars to find signs of climate change. If a star has a signal of rapid temperature rise, it indicates that there may be an industrialized civilization and advanced enough to turn on the light. Scientists found that 55 million years ago, the global temperature rose by 5 to 8 degrees in less than 200,000 years. This rise is a huge change. Researchers call this phenomenon the ancient star, the Stone Age, and the hot world. This global temperature jump may come from the release of carbon. It may also be evidence of our own advanced civilization. The same evidence may also include traces of geothermal energy or dust from man-made objects on the ground, and the phenomenon of 244 isotopes. Because this material does not naturally occur outside the supernova. The Stone Age and the hot world may also be the rise of heat caused by meteorites or the eruption of huge volcanoes. But it may also be the decline of industrial civilization, just like our decline. This may be the fate of all advanced species. The decline of civilization flows naturally, like the change of seasons. This cycle in the universe will continue to create new species. However, an advanced prehistoric species is unlikely to just stay in the middle of the Earth and wait to wake up. It is more likely that the technology they have will not be able to stop their final extinction. The Earth has experienced many large-scale extinction events in history. These events can completely eliminate the traces left by advanced species and their civilization. At least 5 large-scale extinction events have occurred on the Earth, with 75% of species extinct in a relatively short time. Is it possible that prehistoric civilization is also one of them, causing them to disappear completely? Although there is no conclusive evidence, it is also possible that in the process of geological formation, including the structure and the effect of erosion, the signs of past civilization gradually disappeared in millions of years. At the same time, these remains may be difficult to identify. They change as time goes by, and we may not fully understand the state and nature of this species. There is also a hypothesis called ancient aviators, which suggests that aliens once visited the Earth in ancient times and influenced human civilization. This idea was proposed in the book by Eric Danken in his book, The God-Slaying Vehicle. The ancient city in the book exists in present-day India, about 3,300 years before the workers. Residents have well-planned layout, advanced infrastructure, such as grid street layout, drainage system, and public buildings, as well as writing system with text. This is one of the oldest cities in the world, but the origin and orientation of this civilization have not yet been deciphered. And for ancient Aegean, it is still difficult to understand the reason for their writing system and social structure to be so weak. Some aspects of ancient Aegean culture and technology are still the subject of discussion by researchers. For example, the construction of the Giza pyramid. How did the ancient Aegeans use limited technology to build these huge structures so accurately? The sun god Ammonius Nahir in Egyptian mythology is also believed to be able to control the movement of the sun. These miracles and myths have aroused people's doubts about ancient Aegean. The Mayan civilization in Central America is famous for its advanced mathematics, astronomy, and complex law systems. The Mayans fell and collapsed mysteriously. They left the Mayan law. Its complexity and precision are unique. There is still controversy about these complex buildings and mysterious murals, and it is still a mystery. No one really knows if this is related to the ancient aliens. The Samaritans of Mesopotamia are one of the earliest civilizations on Earth. They lived about 3,500 years before the Mayan people. Many of their inventions came from Mesopotamia. The ancient Mesopotamian forest mentioned in their myths, which is described by the great god Ammonius Nahir, is usually translated as Mesopotamia. There are some people from the sky. Are these creatures the extraterrestrial advanced creatures that visited and influenced the Earth in the distant past? When we talk about Ammonius Nahir, there is also a mysterious creature in the Bible of Hebrews called Nephilim. According to the Jews, the Nephilim are the descendants of Ammonius Nahir. They mix with humans and are described as giants. In this book, it is claimed that Ammonius Nahir is an extraterrestrial creature from the stars of Nephilim. They visited the Earth and influenced human consciousness. If these creatures really exist, where is the evidence? If there is such an advanced alien civilization, we will find some evidence. It may even be a fossil of some unknown creatures. However, fossilization is a rare phenomenon and does not happen often. Scientists used to estimate that only less than 1% of all living species produce fossils. And this does not mean that we have not found something. In fact, people have also discovered some inexplicable objects, such as the Antikythera machine. It was discovered in a shipwreck near Antikythera Island in Greece in 1900. The manufacturing period is about 150 years to 100 years before the construction of the park. The shipwreck occurred about 65 years before the construction of the park. A complex device can be preserved. The Antikythera machine is considered one of the most complex devices in ancient times. Some people call it the world's first simulation computer. It is made up of more than 30 interconnected gears and cranes to track the position of the celestial bodies, such as the sun, the moon, and the stars. It can accurately predict the date of the sun and the moon, track the location of the stars, and reflect other celestial bodies. It can also simulate the complex system for the time. Its precision is shocking. The purpose of the Antikythera machine is very clear, but its origin and the identity of its creator are still mysterious. It may be the work of many craftsmen and scientists in ancient Greece. But who really made and designed this almost transcending work? The thinking and production required for its design and the technology required for the Antikythera machine is very simple. In the 14th century, that is 1,500 years later, such a complex machine reappeared in Europe. Although the idea of human civilization is very interesting, it is just an assumption and speculation, not a proven fact. We are still exploring the geological history to find the signs of past life and the signs of civilization. As we continue to study the past of the Earth, we may find new clues and extraordinary secrets.